Hey everyone, you know I love my wrestling. TKO up 22% this year, my top stock of 2025. Well, now I have a new stock for the back end of 2025. It has to do with not only Pokemon, wrestling, the collectible market. It is a new global sensation. None other than how to get your piece. Oh yes. The Labubu, ticker PRMTY, that is Popt Mart. So let's go ahead and do an analysis because even though it is a Hong Kong listed company, you can now trade the stock via PMRTY, that's Popt Mart International Group, here in the US of A. So let's dive into details. I'm gonna walk you guys and girls through a full rundown because literally, I just found out it was a public company yesterday as I watched a Bloomberg special, and the stock has actually came down since Bloomberg released their special. Obviously, you always want to sell the news, right? So let's go ahead and figure out what these Labubus are and how they are changing the world. Wow, that sounds pretty insane, huh? But it is the new collectible market. And you may be saying, well, Lance, isn't this only a thing for kids? No, actually, most people, just like Pokemon cards and wrestling, is that 18 to 40-year-old crowd. So they got money. But let's get into it because let's first look at the stock and then we'll go into what are Labubus and why is this so popular. So first, the chart, pretty bullish. You can look at it listed in Hong Kong, but I don't want to because obviously, you know, most of y'all are probably trading it in a Schwab account, stuff like that. So the stock had a recent pullback. And the reason for this pullback here is basically Bloomberg had a YouTube, a piece, I should say, on YouTube and probably their channel about the popularity of Labubu dolls and basically the mystery shopping. So you open up a packet, you don't even know what you get. And then you get a certain doll. So once that came out, obviously, smart investors sold as retail. Again, retail is always going to be late. They're buying the highs. Max Payne was about a 10% sell-off. Now we've already had a nice recovery, up a little over 7%. And then we've had some steep declines. Why we had the declines? Well, the Chinese government basically wanted to make harder restrictions on what we call Labubu and their mystery. Basically their gifts. So what they do is they come into a box, right? And you got to be careful. A lot of them are fake. And you get them at Popt Mart. So why we're playing is Popt Mart because of the craze with the Labubu. They also have other collectibles and such like that. So it's not a one-trick pony that you might be thinking. Although Pokemon, you know, is very, very popular still, about 30 years old. So basically you get a package, right? You rip it. Rip and ships are real popular, and sort of mystery packages. I get them for my Pokemon cards and stuff. And what you do is you get a box, you rip it, and then you might get a doll. Which one of these dolls? And they all have different values. Some go for hundreds of dollars in the aftermarket. So Popt Mart is the, let's pull it up here just so in case you don't know. And again, I was kind of right there with you. I've heard of them, but I didn't really know the details up until really yesterday. So that's why I figured I'd do a full analysis with you and showcase how I'm doing it. But Popt Mart is the retailer. They're opening up more and more in the States, so they are expanding. And you can see you could get like the collectibles, but not actually the Labubu dolls. For those, you may be saying, well, Lance, this is, well, it's out of stock. First of all, actually the dolls are all out of stock and these were already open. The thrill of it as, and let's pull it up here, Labubu, let's say opening. So let's pull up, are these TikTok? I don't have a TikTok. Let's go to the good old YouTube and we'll do their blind boxes or mystery boxes. So these are the boxes so you actually know what you're gonna get on these. But most of the times, nice lady here, you rip it and then you never know which one. See, you rip it, Eyes closed. Oh, I got the blue one. I got this one. I got nice nails. And people are collecting them, especially celebrities. We'll go to this one. This gentleman's opened up his first box. You know he's happy. He could get the Dada. He could get the TT. He could get the ZZ, the Baba. That's actually a stock, a Hee. You know, it's a thrill. It's exciting. In fact, it makes me want to open up a Pokemon card pack or a baseball pack. Might have to do one on camera. But this, I can't tell you enough how popular this stuff is becoming. The mystery of what's inside. So we'll go. He gets his package right there. Look at this. He's so happy. We'll look at the stock here in a second. Just got too distracted. I got too excited. You get it, you rip it, this is it. Let's see what he gets. You can get a $50 one or a $400 one. Is it the doo-doo? Sounds like a number 2 to me. But let's see. Opens it up. Which will it be? It's the one with its eyes closed. But you see how these are grown men and grown women doing this? And then you put it on, you play with it, you put it on your purse. See, I was watching wrestling last night, and one of my favorite wrestling girls, she had it. Look at this. She walked to the ring with her Labubu doll. All right, but let's look at the stock and how, if you want to take part of the action, you can. So, stock's up about 4.5% today. Again, not a lot of volume, but you do see some volume coming in. Look at this volume start creeping if we add the master indicator, which might be available. Make sure you join the Telegram. I don't know if they still sell it, but might be able to get your hands on it if they do. Let's go to like a 1 hour chart. So you can see volume started coming in because we actually have a history. Let's go to like a 15-minute chart here. So you can see volume starting to come in here. Very select volume pockets in the stock. Again, doesn't trade a lot so far. But if we want to look at some bullish price targets, all we got to really look, you put a stop under the prior low, so 29.5. You put your breakout over 36. Take out 36, you hit 39, 40 can run. Now, why can this stock run? Not only is it popular and stuff, and again, the negatives are the Chinese government is trying to crack down on what they call mystery boxes and stuff. But one thing I do want to look at, and this is something that caught my attention, was the short interest. Because we all know this is the stock market, fundamentals don't matter at all. I mean, look at Circle and CoreWave. The companies are up like 500x in a couple months. Nothing's even changed, right? But we go here and we look at the short interest. This is what's interesting. Or let's just type in Popt Mart, short interest. And we actually have, I believe last night I looked and it was, here we go. Do we have short float? No, I don't want that. You don't show me here. Short float, can we see it here or am I blind? It's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's OTC. Here we go. Still not available. I want to say I looked online, it was around 7.5%. Maybe this will tell it here. Share price, blah, blah, blah. Short float, short float. 3.6, no. Benzinga, I want to say it was like 7%. And none of these websites in the US are giving me an answer. Let's type in short float percentage. No. I want to say it was 7%. No. It's a little bit more difficult because it is an ATR. They are not, even Barron's is not giving us. But it looked to be a decent short float. I wonder if you can borrow international. Anyhow, let's say it's a decent short float because there is the Chinese government stepping down. I think basically this stock could be another craze if volume starts to pick up, which it is. And I wouldn't be shocked if this could be the next bubble stock. And when I mean bubble stock, you already know. A circle where the stock went 64 to 300, or core wave where it's gone from 33. You could buy it on Robinhood at 44 a share before the IPO. It went up to still around 175. I don't know. I don't want to say ever go all in because my girlfriend told me not to, but I don't know about you, but I'm rolling the dice in PRMT. Shit, what was the ticker again? Fuck, I already forgot. Where's my Popt Mart? PMRTY. There we go. And Popt Mart International. Please, doesn't trade a lot of volume, so please be careful. It is an ADR, so you always have risk, but let me know in the comments below if you have a Labubu, or if this is your first time hearing about Labubu, or if you're gonna be at Card Party this weekend. I will be there in downtown Tampa, and I will be there partying it up at Card Party because you know I'm a big collectibles nerd out there with all my Pokemon cards, and this collectible market is still going strong even post-COVID. So let me know in the comments below, like, subscribe, and all that jazz.